Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Shadow Stitch, and we are here for week 2 of the CBN, where we're going to be taking on ScrubSupreme and the Florida Dirges. So, you see my team on the left, you see his team on the right, and of course you see the team right in front of you that we are going to be bringing this week. So if that's all you really wanted to know, feel free to skip right ahead. But for all the rest that are wanting to see what we're bringing and why we're bringing it, let's go ahead and just get right into that. So his team over on the right has some very, very scary threats. First off, of course, Darkrai, Mon that is not normally allowed in VGC just because it's a mythical, but I think it's just incredibly good and very, very fun to have. So very looking forward to see how Scrub can perform with it this week, and just in the season as a whole. So there's that. Best Pokemon ever made. Don't at me. Don't care. Next up, of course, he got Regieleki, incredibly fast, great speed control mon. Definitely think that this is kind of a go-to, and we've brought a few things to help combat it specifically. Tornadus could be a great tailwind setter, and just in general, just hit really hard. Like, it's not that Tornadus Therian is a bad Pokemon, it's just that there's not really a reason to run it over Incarnate in standard VGC. But here, obviously, we're in draft. You know, there's only one Incarnate, so there's that. He's got a mini sand package with Houndstone and Sandaconda, which is pretty cool for sure. He's got some good physical offense with the Tauros, which can also double as like the Intimidator, Screen Breaker, stuff like that. Muck can be, you know, just really annoying and fat, and just can dish out some good offense as well. Rapid Spin, I guess, and just strong ground type in the Donphan. And then Okidogi. I really like Okidogi. I think that it has the potential to be an incredibly powerful VGC Draftmon, because it just seems like it has a lot of good tools. It's not even that slow. It's really bulky, hits pretty hard. It's got a great ability for the format. Just in general, just such a cool Pokemon, so definitely looking forward to seeing how that performs as well. And then last but not least, of course, he's got the Fungus, which is actually a legitimately good little baby mon, pretty much. Pretty bulky with Eviolite. It gets like Rage Powder and Spore and stuff like that. Still gets like Foul Play, Pollen Puff. So it's literally just the baby Amoonguss. It can do its job, which is take a couple hits, and then you know, Regenerator it all off, put something to sleep, and it's pretty cool. So enough about that, though. Let's go ahead and look at what we are bringing. So Rabombi, right off the bat, we're running Covert Cloak and Sweet Veil. We want Covert Cloak so we're not having to deal with speed control drops from Electro Web, because we outspeed every single member of his team except for Darkrai. And if he's running max speed Darkrai, then that means that he's not hitting as hard with it. So I'm looking at that, and that seems pretty good. So we're running Sweet Veil because Sweet Veil protects both of your partners from being put to sleep. So that protects any of my Pokemon as long as they're next to Rabombi from spores, or if he wants to do some silly like Dark Void shenanigans, if anything can, you know, boost accuracy or something like that. I honestly don't know if anything on his team gets Gravity. I probably should. But there's that. Crocodile's looking pretty good as a strong Assault Vest user, just to, in general, take on his special attackers and just be really, really good into most of his team. We're running Moxie this week because of the Okidogi. We don't want to give it a free attack boost with our Intimidate. And then High Horsepower, Rock Slide, Knock Off, and Brick Break. It just covers the entire team and can get rid of screens if he chooses to bring that kind of stuff with, like, the Regieleki. So that's nice. We went with Terra Ghost this week. I kind of bounced between a lot of different Terras, and I kind of settled on Terra Ghost because, like, even if he does read it and he goes for Dark Pulse into me with Darkrai, unless he's like choice specs modest, like, I actually live it still, which is pretty cool. Kommo-o, pretty standard Kommo-o here. We went Terra Ground, so again, we don't have to worry about the speed drops from Electro Web. And then as long as we get Clangerous Soul up, Clanging Scales with a Helping Hand boost kind of drops most of the team. It hits so hard on like most of the team, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, pretty much as long as we can get the Clangorous Soul up, and we could just pair it next to either Rabombi or Mousehold, pretty much we just kind of win the game. But, you know, of course, you know, he can always, like, Terra Fairy and stuff like that, and that's why we have Flash Cannon, so there's that. Speaking of Mousehold, though, we're running a very bulky Mousehold this week, again, with another Terra Ground. We don't really want a Terra, but it is an option nonetheless if we really feel like we need to. Super Fang to help get things into range. Encore is good to just lock something slower into useless moves. Helping Hand, of course, to boost the power of Kommo-o, which is going to be its primary partner, and then Follow Me for redirection and the Friend Guard. So I didn't really feel like I needed Focus Sash, so I stuck a red card on there because we're running a very bulky Mousehold to be able to take some hits. And red card just seemed like a good option to deal with anything kind of like really annoying, like maybe like a setup Darkrai or something like that, trying to go for like Snarl or something, I don't know. Heatran, very standard Heatran, running Terra Grass, because he does have two relatively strong ground types. Also does pretty well against the Tauros as well, because, you know, obviously it can't hit with the fire type moves. Heat Wave is Heat Wave, so there's that. Earth Power and Terra Grass, Terra Blast to just to hit those things and protect, get some more leftovers recovery. Pretty standard right there. Got the Tail is running safety goggles this week. We're running Terra Dark, just to, you know, just to have a good resistance into Darkrai and stuff like that. Again, if he for some reason predicts it and goes for Focus Blast, then great on him, you know. But yeah, Psychic just for stab, Thunder Wave so we can have a little bit of speed control of our own against like his really fast stuff like Darkrai and Torn. Fake Out just to be obvious Fake Out, and then Taunt to shut down anything annoying. So overall, I think it's a pretty good team. I think we put together a pretty solid team overall, and I think we're more or less ready for most of the things he can throw at us. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, though, that's going to be it for right here. Let me know what you think of the team down in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Trying to maybe push for 200 subs by the end of the year. That'd be really, really awesome. And with all that said, I hope y'all enjoy the battle. Alright, so here we go. We got Sandaconda, which is Ground, Houndstone, Ghost, Okie dokie, also Ghost, Muck, Dark, Tauros, Fighting, and Darkrai, Rock. Okay, Rock on Darkrai. That's really interesting. Not gonna lie. So, alright, I don't really see a reason not to just go Rabombi Kommo-o lead. Could do Mousehold in the back. No Regieleki is fantastic. I don't have to worry about any shenanigans. We could go Heatran in the back. Doesn't sound bad. Because, like, he doesn't have anything that, like, immediately threatens my Kommo-o, right? So, and, like, Rabombi's faster and hits really freaking hard. And, no, the Darkrai is 1 point faster. So, I actually don't hate just bringing the Heatran as my last. Heatran does pretty well against most of his stuff. So, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, so he has no speed control because Regieleki doesn't exist on his team right now, so that's cool. Alright, let's get it. Sandaconda, Tauros. It's fine. So we get an Intimidate down. It's relatively okay. Alright, I don't hate just going straight for a Tailwind and Clangorous Soul. Let's just see how that goes. So we get the Tailwind off. So we get to pop the Clangorous Soul. The boost, all that shenanigans. And if he has phasing, then that sucks. You know, not much we could do about it, though, right? Raging Bull. Knocks out Rabombi. Alright. So now he knows you don't have Focus Sash on Rabombi. Glare? That's annoying. I should still be faster, though, right? Alright, so we can just go into this. Alright, we can just follow me and Clanging Scales. Okay, so that's good to know for next time, though. I guess. We can do, like, Mouse Hold lead, and then that would be better to deal with. Of course. Immediate reward. Why not? Immediate reward! Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna go for a helping hand now that I know I'm faster than the Tauros. Watch me get paralyzed again. Clanging Scales. Okay, you're both dead. Goodbye. Chance Bit pops. That's relatively fine. Tauros goes down. The dog! The dog is here. And Darkrai. Okay. Okay, so we can just go for a Follow Me and Clanging Scales. So we see a Terra pop off. Okay. Into the Darkrai, it's going to be Rock. Getting a special defense boost from the Sandstorm. That's kind of cool. Not gonna lie. So we see a Follow Me come off. Darkrai should be faster than us if I would have met, and I get. Come on, it's so lame. You're lame. You're freaking lame. Special attack boost too. Why not? Drain Punch. Dude. That is so lame. Crit me probably didn't matter. This Mouse Hold has a lot of bulk on it, but like it's not like a monster defensively. Alright, so we're gonna Tear Grass, click Earth Power, and I honestly don't hate just doubling them up with Flashkin and Earth Power. Nah, I kind of want just to get damage. I mean, if he calls this, then great on him. Dude. My luck is absolutely atrocious, though. Psychic? I probably die. Yeah, I die. Been really freaking cool to get damage. Just saying. Darkrai lives. Nice crit. Drain Punch. I chew that. Cool. Alright, so. We just click Heat Wave, I guess. That's all we can do. Psychic. Do live. Spadef drop. Oh, of course. Somehow miss. Man, if we just hit 2 Clangorous Souls, yeah, Clanging Scales, if we just hit those 2 Clanging Scales, we win this game, like, without even a freaking doubt. Like, for even that last one. If we hit that last Clanging Scales, I think that we had it pretty easily. But of course not. No. Why would we hit anything? So, all right, game 2. Okay, so we are going to go Gothitelle. Kommo-o. No. Gothitelle. I want to see our Gothitelle. Gothitelle, Kommo-o. Rabombi in the back. Crocodile in the back looks pretty cool. Yeah, let's just do that. We'll just do that. Let's just do the Gothitelle. Because, I mean, Kommo-o just bodies this team as long as I can get it up and running. Kommo-o just bodies this team. Alright, let's get it. Tauros Sandaconda. That's fine. Alright, the thing is ground. So that's fine. We can fake out the Sandaconda, go for Clanger Soul. And we might want to consider swapping some things around. So we see fake out on Sandaconda, pop the Sand Spit. Rocky Helmet. Okay, so we do guarantee that. We get the Clanger Soul up. Alright, we boost that special attack. Sandaconda flinches, so he can't do the mean thing to us. So now, I think we taunt this Sandaconda and protect. I don't know if I'm going to be faster than the Sandaconda, so we're just going to protect. Lash out. That shouldn't kill me. Yeah, that does nothing. Yeah, we're not faster, so that's great to know. Alright, so I'm going to fire off a Psychic into the Sandaconda and go for a Clanging Scales. Of course, it freaking lived on 1 HP! Why wouldn't it? 5 horsepower. Misses, though. Okay. Some minor justice, I guess you could say. Microscopic justice. Honestly, if I just psychicked the thingy instead, I probably would have been fine. The dog comes out. The dog. And the Darkrai. Alright, I'm just going to attempt to Thunder Wave the Darkrai. Oh, no, not Clanger Soul. I'm just going to protect. So, alright, so we're just going to see a Terra. It is going to be Okie Dokie going for the Terra this time with the Ghost Terra. Alright. So we get to protect here. That lets us scout out, see what's going on. Nice. Terra Blast, probably knocking out our Goth. I'd be very surprised if it doesn't. Yep. Let's go Big Goth. Alright, so Darkrai gets buffeted a little bit. So we go into Rabombi. Alright, we can Pollen Puff up. And Clanging Scales. Knocks out the Darkrai. That's beautiful. So we know that we're always going to be faster in the Darkrai, which is great. And we Pollen Puff up our Kommo-o. Beautiful. Poison Jab goes into Rabombi, knocks that clean out. So we do have to reveal what the fourth that we brought. So Sandstorm does subside. We do reveal that we're Crook and that we are not Intimidate. So that's cool. And then we just go for Clanging Scales just to finish off the game. Okay. Cool. All right. So that's how it's supposed to go. Kommo-o just bodies everything. So all right. So I can definitely see him switching it up. I mean, he's brought the same 4 Pokemon in the same order each time. So what we could do is we could just do the same thing. Forgo Rabombi this time, because I do think Crocodile was great in the back. I think Crocodile was fantastic in the back. Yeah. I think this is good. I think this is a good lead. We had the Got-to-Tail pressure. We can just do shenanigans. I think that this is fine. I think this is fine. I like Got-to-Tail Kommo as a lead. It just seems pretty strong. Let's get it. The high horsepower miss was nice, but we did get paralyzed twice in a row, like basically 2 times in a row. So there's the muck. Nice. Okay, so definitely think we should still go for the Clanger Soul. Fake out, honor the Sandaconda. This time we're going to switch things up a tiny bit. The Muck is Terra Dark. So there's the Sand Spit. So we get the Clanger Soul, and we can take any hit from the Muck, basically, which is nice. Let's boost that special attack. Sandaconda couldn't flinch. Minimize? Oh, he's lame. He's a lame-o. Okay, okay. But, like, he doesn't have much offensive pressure with that. Alright, so we're going to protect. And we kind of want to taunt that Muck. But I think if we just do this, we'll be okay. Because then we can taunt the Muck on the following turn. I want to just get some damage on this so I can guarantee the kill on the Sandaconda. Because that Sandaconda is a massive pain in the ass. Alright, cool. Oh, you're cheesy. You're cheese. You're so cheesy. Okay. Okay. Alright, so now we just Clanging Scales and we taunt the Muck. That's fine. I'm gonna miss immediately, aren't I? I'm gonna miss immediately. Of course. Of course. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Fuck you. It's legal. Alright, then we're just gonna Thunder Wave this Muck. Just try to hurt its consistency a little bit. So it's minimize, stockpile, toxic, maybe protect, I don't know. Clanging Scales does a little bit of damage to the Muck. Power of Alchemy, he gets Sand Spit? Okay. So we get to Thunder Wave him, which is nice. So he has to have one attacking move, right? Drain Punch as his attacking move. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Houndstone comes out. I know I'm faster than +1 Houndstone, so I'm gonna go for Clanging Scales, and actually don't hate just swapping into Mousehold. Might be like super important, super good to have for a late game position. So there's the mouse hold. Player up. I'm not faster? Oh, is he jolly? That's fucking whack. He's max speed. Okay. Sure, bro. Fucking max speed. Why not? So we do push him out. We just say get out of here with the red card, which is nice. And the dog comes out. Sandstorm subsides. So now we can go into Crook. And Big Crook can do big Crook things like Terra Ghost. Go for knockoff on that. And then Super Fang the dog. No, I don't really want to do that. I kind of actually don't hate doing that. Now he might Terra. I'm just gonna Helping Hand then, right? I mean, because he could realistically like switch both of these Pokemon out. Yeah, I'm just gonna Helping Hand. Okay, no switching. So this freaking smelly dog is dead. This smelly dog is dead. There's the Terra. Probably the Terra Ghost. That's why I didn't want to Terra the guy. Alright, so he's probably going after Mouse Hole, if I had to guess. So get that going. And dead dog. Dog is dead. So now who did he try to close combat? Knocked off his life orb. Get my Moxie! Drain Punch. Okay, that's actually fantastic. That's perfect. Because now we got Gothitelle in against these guys. And, okie dokie. You're pretty strong. You're a strong dude. Not gonna lie. But I don't think you're taking this attack from my Crocodile. I don't think you are. So we're just gonna fake out the Muck because I don't have a reason not to. So fake out on the Muck because why not? Knock off. Bonk! Get out of here. And then I'm +2. So I can just fire off whatever, really. But I don't think that he can... Yeah, he can't beat me. So... because he, not Terra Ghost Crocodile. So, safety goggles. That's cool. Yo, Moxie Crook was so fucking good. It was like, he had the thing already, but like, Crook was so strong. Alright, so now we just high horsepower, taunt the Muck. Doesn't matter. Goodbye. GG. Yo, cool sets. You know, taking advantage of the rule set, you know, as you do. So yeah, you know, got that 2-1 dub. Big Crook showing up. Let's go. You love to see it. But yeah, GG's to Scrub. That was a very interesting set. Hacks me the fuck out in the first game. I'm not gonna lie. You know, that was kind of annoying, but we pulled it back, so that's cool. We adapted well, and yeah, we're up to 2-0 so far this season. Awesome. So GG's, and I will see y'all on the next one.